Hello there, planner friends, and welcome to a pen review. This time I am testing the Zebra Sarasa Porous point pens as well as the Sharpie branded Clear Window highlighters. To do this, I decided to start with the only porous point pen I know of that I really enjoy, and that is the Sharpie pen. So I purchased a new one and just unwrapped it to kind of play with it out of the box, just because I wanted to sort of ground myself and remind myself what a porous point pen should be, which is what I'm kind of writing here. And I was super intrigued and excited to try out the Zebra Sarasa pen because I really like the Zebra Sarasa gel pens. To me, they're pretty much the perfect gel. The only complaint I have is that they don't come in super fine tips. But this is supposed to kind of solve that super fine tip issue because they advertise it as a vibrant, quick drying ink, a super fine tip, water resistant, acid free, and archival quality. And I bought it in the very aesthetic gray color, and it is lovely. It pretty much writes as smoothly and as consistently as the Sharpie porous point pen. However, it's just different in one case that I saw, and it was only with this color, and I couldn't reproduce it with the yellow. But there is some slight feathering, that's all. But it really reminds me of the Zebra Sarasa mild liner in gray that we all love so very much. And I also got this same porous point in a very violent yellow, and I thought it would be perfect for some like pinpoint highlighting, maybe in a bullet journal or something like that. And it is really nice. The only issue I think with that is that, of course, for long swaths of text or something like that, it might be a little bit inconvenient, but it still is a very bright color, so perfect for highlighting. And the Sharpie Clear Window highlighters, I mean, they're pretty much highlighters. They write smoothly, they highlight easily, and it really is nice to be able to start and stop where you want to based off what you see. I know that's really only a complaint of probably students or people who use highlighters frequently, but it's something you take for granted using a different type, one without a window. Like the Zebra mild liners, especially since I use them for doodles and drawing so much. I would love to be able to see where I can start and stop so easily. And the Sharpie kind of solves that problem. But remember, it comes in a limited range of colors. So to truly test these highlighters, I decided to test them out with some of the inks I had, and I have a myriad of inks. I have that fountain pen, which is a Noodler's archival quality ink. I have a Inkjoy, my Coletto, and a Uniball Signo ink. I figure that runs a wide range, and perhaps we can truly get an impression of how these work. And as you can see here, it's pretty good. The first one's smudged, but I don't think that's a fault of the highlighter. I think that's more so the fault of the ink. And that is a realization I'm slowly coming to, is that the Coletto High-Tech C inks maybe just aren't for me. They take a little bit longer to dry. So that is why it's smudged not only on the Sharpie, but with the Zebra Sarasa as well. The only other one that smudged was the bulletproof ink that was in the fountain pen, but I expect that it's a little difficult to find a highlighter that is fountain pen ink proof, or at least doesn't react against it. I'm trying a few different things here and there, and I'll let you know if I find the solution. But so far, I really like the Zebra Sarasa Porous Point pen, and I think that is all due not only to the ink choice that I picked out because that gray is beautiful, but also because the form of the pen itself, I actually like it more than the Sharpie pen. There are just little touches here and there that just add to the overall experience, like the color not only being on the cap, but being on the pen body, as well as on like that nib section itself. It also has a metal nib, which some Sharpie pens that I've come across no longer have. They used to in the beginning, but now they've kind of been edged out for plastic, so I don't know. This one had a metal tip, but I've come across others that do not. So I think I would seek out more Zebra Sarasa Porous point pens, but I'm having difficulties finding them, at least at the price that I originally paid or something similar. And I'll link down below where I found the listing on Amazon, but it still is quite expensive and more than the $1 per pen that I paid at Walgreens during their back to school sale. So it's about 12 pens for $20, and I think that's a little too rich for my blood right now. So of course this pen test is not complete until we take a look at the back and see the kind of bleed test. So it looks like not only does the Sharpie shadow, but it full on bleeds. Like I said there, you can fully see the color. The yellow ghosts, it doesn't, the yellow of the Zebra Sarasa, ghosts, but it doesn't bleed. There was some bleeding on the pressure points of the Zebra Sarasa in gray, but that was about it. And that was using, I'd say, a run-of-the-mill, like the highest quality you could probably find at Target. At that time, it was a sugar paper pad. So probably your best standard paper. This is on super awesome paper, like cream of the crop student paper that you would have to search outside your local Target or Walgreens for. This is a Rhodia paper pad, and I'm just doing a swatch test here just so we can compare it. And as you can see, it actually doesn't really bleed at all. There is some shadowing, but on the Sharpie pink alone. So that's fantastic. And here we go to the cheapest paper option, and this I bought at Walgreens last year. Just because I loved the cream color of the paper and the super cute cover. What can I say? I'm a sucker for packaging. And this is really just awful paper. It's like napkin almost. But it's probably paper that you would run up against as a student frequently. And it's just awful for the Sarasa, awful for the highlighters. Even both colors of the Sarasa I can clearly see through here. So keep that in mind. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and all the links will be down below for all these pens. Have a great day. Bye.